Colourpop has just released a new range of serum blushes known as Cheek Dew in 10 different shades, and I have 4 of them right here with me, which I've been testing for a little while. So in today's video I'm going to talk about what serum blushes are. I'm going to show you guys live swatches on my face, and then I'm also going to give you like my 2 cents, my experience with them, how I think they work, and also how they compare to another kind of famous cream blush formula, which is the Flower Beauty blush bombs. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, so if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below this video and subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a new video and you are notified whenever I upload. So today I'm going to be doing sort of like a single product review of this new range of serum blushes from Colourpop. If you've been following like the makeup videos on my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I'm already a really huge fan of Colourpop. I really love the products they come up with. I love their formulations. I love the variety of stuff that they have available. I like the fact that they're largely really shade inclusive, and I also really love that their pricing is really affordable. So they do release new products very regularly, and when I saw that they were releasing serum blushes, I internally screamed a little bit and maybe externally screamed also. I am a fan of blush on the whole since maybe just a couple of years, even though I've been wearing makeup for the better part of a decade. I used to be like a bronzer only kind of girl, and then I discovered how pretty blushes can look as well. Then I discovered cream blushes, and I realized I like cream blushes infinitely more than powder blushes because the finish they give is just kind of unparalleled. You can't compare it to anything. It just looks so pretty and so natural. So I'm just gonna talk about Colourpop's like Cheek Dew range and what they say about their products before I really go into my experience. The innovative and unique serum blush is a pillowy soft formula that combines skin-loving ingredients with a dewy rush of color, and there are 10 shades in total: nudes, peaches, corals, and cool and warm pinks as well. They are lightweight and buildable, and they leave the cheeks looking naturally flush with a hint of dew. Now, some of the main ingredients are hyaluronic acid, vitamin C and vitamin E. So even though this is a makeup product, it does have skincare benefits as well. You can use your fingertips, a beauty sponge or a duo fiber brush, but for best results you should put this on top of liquid or cream products and not on top of powder products. So if you tend to layer powder products also, then you should put on the powder stuff after you put on this blush. Of course, that's not a hard and fast rule because makeup doesn't have any hard and fast rules. It's just a little tip, and you can feel free to experiment with using this however you like. So if you look this product up on the website, you'll see that they also call it an innovative mistake proof blush, which is also something we will discuss very shortly. And you get 13.5 ml of product per tube, which is a very reasonable amount. These cost $7 each, but they frequently have discounts where you can save even more money on them. And if you'd like to buy these products or anything else from Colourpop, you can also use my code 5Magali and you'll get $5 off by using my code. I have more information about it in the description box below. The product packaging for this range is really simple. They all come in like these color-coded boxes, so if you buy multiple colors from the box and from the tube itself, you can easily see which shade you're picking up, which is something that I always appreciate in color cosmetics. And the tubes themselves kind of look like acrylic paint tubes, and I know that all the more because I just recently bought acrylic paint for a project, and if you put them side by side, you can see how stylistically similar they are. These have sort of translucent matte finishes, so you can see the product inside. So I'm going to start with showing you guys like really quick hand swatches, and I've experimented with different ways of blending this blush, but my favorite way to blend this blush is my fingers. I have 4 different shades which are kind of spread across the spectrum. I have one lighter peachy one, I have a deeper pink one, and then I have 2 shades which go on much more visible on me from the first application itself. There is this deeper crimson-y pink one and also this red orange one. These aren't like the neatest hand swatches, but hopefully they help you guys. As you can see, the whole formula of the product is just really dewy, like they said. And now we can move on to face swatches. So I am starting with lighter shades and moving on to darker shades. And another thing I should mention is these are buildable formulas. For the first two shades especially, I could build them up a little bit more, but for the second two shades I don't think that I need to build them up at all. I do go in with a little heavier application because I've realized from filming makeup videos before that blush doesn't show up on camera as easily as it shows up in person. So that's why a heavier hand is necessary, so that you guys can see the shades. So the first shade that I have is called Kiss Kiss, which is supposed to be a warm peachy nude. For me, this just kind of looks a little bit like an effect I would get if I put on a matte bronzer, in the sense a bronzer that doesn't have any shimmer. I'm sure on lighter skin tones it would look more peachy, but for me it just adds a little bit of brown onto my skin. So on medium to deep skin tones, I believe Kiss Kiss is a little bit less of a traditional blush shade and a little bit more of like a cream bronzer type of shade. And when I put on foundation, it kind of takes the life out of your face a little bit, so you do need to add something on your cheeks usually to bring back a little bit of life, a little bit of warmth, and this definitely does it for me. For the shade, I did go in with 2 layers because the first layer was not showing up as easily, at least on camera. So with 2 layers I got a little bit more of a flash. Then I'm going to be moving on to the next shade, which is called Beyond. This is a muted deep rose with a natural dewy finish. They all have natural dewy finishes, and this is the type of shade that I was very into when I first started trying out blushes so many years ago, because I used to think that the dusty roses looked best on me. I think they still look nice, but I've since experimented with a lot of different shades as well. This one is just really pretty and would work on a variety of skin tones. It's really easy to blend, and I'm using the same blush placement for all of these face swatches, where I kind of put it on the apples of my cheeks, but then I sort of spread it out a little bit and I take some of it over the bridge of my nose. You can go with whatever blush placement you prefer, because there are just so many. There is like the cheekbones, apple of the cheeks. You can choose to put it on the nose bridge or not. This is just how I like doing things. Now I'm going to the third shade, which is Hot Fuss. They call it a warm rich berry with a natural dewy finish. So this shade is definitely one that's much more pigmented. It still has that same like really soft blendable serum-y finish, but just with 1 layer you can see that it deposits quite a lot more color, but that doesn't mean it's too hard to blend. You just have to work a little bit with your fingers or with a sponge or brush, whatever you prefer, and it blends out like a dream. The fun thing with Hot Fuss, at least for me, this was like the most natural blush shade of all of the 4. The first time I tried it on without makeup, it looked less like makeup and more like my cheeks were naturally just inflamed or something. That's the thing with cream or liquid blushes. On the whole, they just look like you're actually blushing and glowing and lit from within. And the 4th shade is called Rumors, which is a vivid red orange with a natural dewy finish. And orangey blush shades are some of my favorite to wear on Indian skin tone, especially if you're medium dark. Orange can just look so natural and really pretty, so I really enjoyed wearing this one, and I'm actually wearing Rumors for the rest of this video also, the talking part. This is the shade that I have on my face, and I think it looks really pretty. And now that you've seen swatches of all 4 of the shades, it's time to talk a little bit about the formula and my experience with it, basically my review. So I've raved on multiple occasions about how I really love cream and liquid formulas in blushes, but currently my only real basis for comparison is these Flower Beauty blush bombs, because this is something that is kind of easily available in India. I'm going to put links to it in the description bar below, but Flower Beauty is also an American brand like Colourpop, and these blush bombs became famous for being dupes of Glossier's Cloud Paints, which are arguably some of the most well-known liquid blushes, and they're just so very famous among the beauty community. I haven't really tried those. I do want to in the future. But talking about the blush bombs, these are something that I believe I featured in like last year's makeup favorites and everything. One of the only downsides that I found with these is that they can be so intense that when you put them on your face, it is very easy to overdo it, and it's very easy to look kind of clownish, and you have to work hard at blending it out. And I've heard that experience from so many of you guys also who have tried the Flower Beauty blush bombs, that they are too intense, and then you know, you get a little bit frightened when you see how it looks on your face. So that is something that I absolutely did not find with these Colourpop serum blushes, because they kind of act like, you know, they are a liquid blush, but they also have serum infused with them. And that is a trick that many makeup artists will use also. If a cream product is too intense, they will actually put a translucent dewy product, mix it in, so that kind of cuts the pigmentation in half maybe, and makes it much more blendable. So the fact that that all happens in one tube only means that you don't really have to work extra hard at blending these, that you can literally just be finished with this product in 15-20 seconds. Just put a drop on your finger or on your blending tool of choice and just blend it, and you don't have that stage where you're scared that there's too much blush on your face and you're like, oh my god, like blend it down, you know. These are effortless. Another great thing about this blush is that you really don't have to wear it with a full face of makeup. I am someone who tends to like makeup that's on the more minimal side, but still, when I'm filming this video like right now, and beauty videos in general, I do have a full face of makeup on. Even if it's lighter than average, it's still a full face. But if you guys like just putting on a couple of products on a daily basis to give you a little bit of life, but you still like showing your natural skin and you still like keeping it simple, you are gonna love these because they give you that natural color, but they blend with either your base product or your skin so well that, you know, you don't have to spend too much time on it, you don't have to think about it. It's just like do it and, you know, you're done. I have never before seen a cream blush product that is this easy to use as cheek dew, and maybe that's why it's a serum blush, it's not a cream blush, you know. And while I don't have exact dupes of between my cheek dews and my Flower Beauty blush bombs, I can just show you a little bit of blending on my hand, so you'll get an idea of what I was saying, that the Flower Beauty blush bombs can be too intense, and then cheek dew is just very natural. So the thing about any color cosmetics, like even lip products, but even more so with blushes, is that they will actually look different on every single person. They kind of mix with whatever your natural skin tone is. So you won't get the exact color that you see on the tube, because you get this like diffused dreamy watercolor effect, and that's how they'll work on so many different skin tones. And if you live in a household where you like sharing makeup, I think so many people of different ages or anything can share these products, and it'll look different on everybody, but in the best way possible. So I know that this review was a little bit more of a rave on the whole, I'm aware of that, but that doesn't mean I didn't look at this product critically. I did try very hard to find some flaws with cheek dew, and I really didn't find any flaws. They are amazing. I think these are going to be a mainstay in like my makeup bag, and something that I use very regularly. I thought that I would not like one or two of these shades on my face, but the fact of the matter is I love every single one. I would just choose a different shade based on what I'm wearing or based on like the rest of my makeup, and they all look so pretty, you know. So to summarize this review in like a little bit of a TLDR, if you may, I think that these are absolutely excellent. I think they're absolutely beginner friendly, so if you've never worn makeup in your life and you're a little intimidated by it, you could definitely try these. I think that these would work on so many different skin types, because my skin is oily and I was scared that they would be like over the top, but dewy doesn't mean greasy in any way, and they look a little extra glowy when you first put them on. In case you would like to mattify these, though, you know, I don't think you should mattify them, but if you want to, then you could easily use any translucent powder to just kind of set it all in. These would also work amongst all of the different age groups, because if you are like a teenager who likes using makeup, you could try these. You're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, this would look good on everybody. Like, trust me, I think it would shine on mature skin types as well. The formula is amazing. They are also extremely affordable. That's all for this particular review, but I'm very open to continuing this conversation in the comments of this video. So if you've tried these and you have a little review or experience to share, whatever it may be, please share it in the comments. Let me know if there are any other cream or liquid blush formulas that you've tried and that you like, or maybe tell me about something that you didn't like also. I would love to know. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.